What's up, everybody? It's Saul Sunforger, Dungeons and Taverns. We're going to go ahead and start session 7 of Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness today.
You tell the Burgermeister about how much you want to be a hero.
I am beginning to think that you must be quite a hero already.
Aww.
I just wanted to thank you for saving me. Not many people would try to help a gypsy. Particularly when everyone thinks that they are werewolves. Gypsies are not werewolves. You cannot believe the lies of the townsfolk. Visit our camp to the east sometime, and we will welcome you as only the gypsies can. Gypsies are not werewolves, but we are shape-changers. I hope to see you again sometime. Farewell!
Yeah.
Someone broke into the old monastery and burned the place down. I don't suppose you'd know anything about this.
Me?
It looks as if most of the inside was pretty much burned away. It is no great loss to the town and a vast improvement. The monastery before, it was a bad place, and it is good that it is now gone. There are rumors that you have entered the monastery before. It was a bad place, and it is good that it is now gone. I keep having this suspicion that you will be getting into even more trouble than you have already. It seems to be your nature.
You heard that the gypsy didn't kill Igor after all. Dmitri has set the gypsy free. No good will come of it. You mark my words. The man was clearly a werewolf. My sad departed husband. His name was Boris. Gone 3 years now. He was such a good man. Wise man. Always had something to say. A man can't know too much, he tell me.
You tell Olga that the gatekeeper's name is Boris Stovich, and ask if they're related.
Aha! So that's where the so-and-so went. Tell him he's a rotten no-goodnik.
A fine autumn day to be walking. A man who walks everywhere will see much, I always say.
You tell Boris what Olga said about him. He blushes.
Olga was always opinionated. I grew tired of listening to her complain about me all the time. My wife has been gone for many years now.
Someone burned down the old monastery. Isn't it strange how you were seen around that building recently?
You tell Olga that Boris says she complains about him all the time.
Well, if he'd ever been here to get his work done instead of spending all his time carousing at the inn, I wouldn't have had to complain. And you can tell him I said so, huh?
A lot of travel back and forth. You're not really missing fights.
Tell him that Olga thinks he was too lazy.
Lazy? What was there to do in a shop with no customers? Once the swamp cut off trade here, we had nothing to sell. I had nothing to do there, so just because I would sit at the inn and talk with the other men, she thought I was lazy. All she ever did was sit around and give me orders when I was in the shop. What was the point of dusting if no one came in the shop to notice the dust?
More missing people. Now old Nikolai is gone. What is this town coming to?
You tell Olga that Boris didn't like being ordered around all the time.
Ugh, I wouldn't have had to order him around if he would only have done his work. I just wanted the shop to be neat and clean in case anyone came in. How does he expect me to do all the work around here by myself? This was his family's business after all.
You tell Boris that Olga is having trouble running the shop without him.
There is much to do to keep the shop straightened up. My family always worked together to keep it going before. If only Olga wouldn't nag me all the time. She and I used to enjoy running the shop when we actually had things to sell. What is the point of even running a shop when there is no business?
Tell Olga that Boris doesn't see any reason to keep the shop open when there's nothing left to sell.
No business. Huh. You just tell that man about my avocado and garlic sandwiches. People come in and buy them all the time.
You tell Boris about Olga's avocado and garlic sandwiches.
How I used to love her avocado and garlic sandwiches. We had them on our wedding night, you know. You should have
Wow.
seen the garlic and avocado flowers decorating our wedding cake. Beautiful. And she baked the cake herself. Oh, she always was a good cook. You remind me of how much I miss my wife. I shall go back and visit her.
You again. Boris came back to visit me. We had a lot to talk about. He says he'll come back again after work. It was nice to see him. Seemed like old times.
You tell the creature it's called the Lishi.
Ah, that's the price of too much fame. Now you've gone and guessed my name. Lishi, look and see, in a bush or up a tree. Lishi, riddle rhyme. Can you solve them every time?
Greetings and welcome to our camp. You are a stranger no longer. When you saved me from death, our lives became intertwined. Henceforth, you are to be known as a gypsy friend. Come now, I will take you to the leader of our camp.
So, you are the one my son spoke of. You saved his life. You also entered fearlessly into our den of wolves. You are a man of great courage. We gypsies owe you for our Davy, and I believe we will owe you for things to come. Welcome. I am the fortune teller. I will teach you a spell. It will protect you against the dead that rise again. I think you will find this most useful in your questings.
Gypsy fortune teller touches your head briefly. Magic flows through you. Now you know the aura spell.
Now, let us learn more of you. Why have you come here, and what do you seek?
You tell her about the frightening dream.
Dreams are messages. Such a message may be obscure or meaningful, depending upon the sender and the dreamer. The meaning of this dream may be clearer when you have had more of them.
You tell the gypsies your name.
We are honored to know your name.
It is a good name, a strong name. You bear it well.
You tell about how you got here.
The dark cave? You escaped from there? Ah, you are very powerful and lucky. I would guess that a summoning spell went wrong. That cave interferes with all magic around here. But it is best not to speak of that cave. Someone brought you here for some unknown purpose.
to tell about the gnome and his problems.
Interesting. Baba Yaga has returned only recently to this valley. We have had scent of her to the far south. But the path to her hut is blocked by magic. You will need to find a way past that
We've already done
magical
that.
barrier. Oh my, for an outsider, you are most polite. To release the spirit of a Rusalka, you must first know her true name and that of the person who killed her. Then you must take a broom tied with the hair of the dead woman and beat the grave of her untrue lover 3 times. Then his ghost shall rise, and you must defeat him. And finally, dear, you must give the Rusalka a token of the love which was denied her. Then only can her spirit rest. We are the roving people, the chinkers and traders and tellers of fortunes. We are the dancers in the night and the music in the wilderness. We are the untamed ones who live only by our own rules. We own no land, and no land owns us. The world is ours for the travel.
You may call me Magda. That is the name I go by with you gorgeous.
Gorgio is the word we call anyone who is not a gypsy.
I always felt like her voice changes there, like to a different actress.
This valley has always been a nexus of power. Magic is very strong here. My people for generations come here to renew and strengthen their ties to
Excuse
the
me.
mystical way. My dear, we are not the only ones drawn by this power. The magician Irana created a magical refuge here. Others, more dark, were drawn here as well. Oh, be wary and watchful at all times here. The magic of this land has become twisted, and there are many dangers around you. Oh. There are some things about which even I dare not speak. Even thinking about such creatures attracts them. Let us hope that you never need know of such matters. Irana was a powerful magician who came from this area. There is a garden in the forest which she created. Oh, it is such a place of safety for all who visit there. It is said that her final resting place is near here as well. Her staff stands in the town and protects those within the walls from outside harm. There are many places and things of magic around here, and I am certain you will come across them in your travels. Now, you listen to the words of an old gypsy fortune teller. You will initiate this reading of the cards. The shuffling and cutting attunes the cards to those vibrations which surround you. You do not control the cards, nor do I. It is the cards which show what they choose to show. I will reveal to you the meanings of the cards. It is up to you to interpret how they affect you. You may reveal the first card. The first card is the significator. It is the symbol of the subject of the reading. This is a card of vigilance and agility. The person this represents is skilled at perceiving the hidden, at spying, and uncovering the unknown. This is a person who has mastery over his body and is live and active. This card clearly represents you, and therefore this reading is about you.
I would hope
The
so.
cards which surround the significator represent the influences which affect your current situation. This next card represents something from the distant past, which is relevant to the here and now. Turn over this card and reveal the influence of your past. This card is the High Priestess. It is inverted, which means the meanings too are turned upside down. The High Priestess is some woman of your past. She is a person of selfishness and passion. Someone who seems to be very powerful, but her knowledge is limited by her own conceit. Turn over the next card to reveal more of this individual. The Four of Coins. Now that is the card of the miser. This woman of your past has power, but uses it selfishly. This is a person who cares only of her own needs and wants, and does not care what she does or how she influences others. This person is one who, as long as you satisfy her needs and vanity, will be willing to aid you, providing it does not require any amount of effort on her part. However, if you act against her, her vengeance will be swift and violent. This is not a person to disregard, and she plays an important part in the events around you. Reveal the next card, something of the more recent past, which has consequences in the present. This is the inverted King of Coins. This is an old and vicious man, someone who is willing to use any means to attain his desires. Someone who is dangerous and cannot be trusted or underestimated. Reveal the next card that we may learn more of this person. The devil. This is indeed an ill omen. This person is influenced by black magic, a man of power and dark desires. Yet the devil is a sign of bondage and subservience, and this person has faced unexpected failure of some sort. This is someone of great evil, someone who cannot be trusted. This is one who will bear you ill will, yet is somehow prevented from harming you or gaining his revenge, for now. Should he gain his freedom, this man will seek to destroy all which stands between his goals and himself. Turn over the next card to reveal a surrounding influence. The Queen of Cups. Again, there is a female influencing your present. This is a woman of wisdom and love. She is kind, generous, and virtuous. Let us see what next the cards reveal of this person. The star. It is a symbol of hope and spiritual influence. Now, this is a woman in touch with her magical nature. She is gentle and loving, yet there is great strength within. This is a woman who generates hope and help through her actions. The next card reveals the overriding influence upon the future. The Queen of Swords. She is a woman of wit and skill, yet She has suffered through terrible hardship, and she is marked by her suffering. Oh, she faces her sorrows bravely, but with a deep, deep loneliness. The next card will tell us more about her. The moon. It is the card of deception. This woman is a deceiver, or is deceived by her own beliefs. This card also reveals the magical nature of the woman. This is the strength which sustains her. Oh, she is either surrounded by false friends or seeks to betray you herself. She is the victim or the villainess. The final card will reveal the influence which will most affect you. The Void. About this card, I will not speak. I must meditate upon its meaning. This tableau shows the influences surrounding you. These people will affect your life for weal or for woe. It is up to you to determine how and what effect they will have upon you. That is all that the cards and I can reveal at this time.
You say goodbye.
Ah, you weary of talk? Good. You are a guest with us tonight. Let us join the others for food, drink, and dance, huh?
I hope you will enjoy the hospitality of my people.
You spend the evening in the joyful company of the gypsies. The gypsies seem to have gone all out to make you welcome in their camp. You've eaten a rich, spicy stew with no garlic, with fresh bread and plenty to drink. Now it's time to relax and enjoy.
Come, is she not beautiful? Ah, why do you hesitate? Go, join in the dance!
Dances like Commander Shepard.
After hours of carousing with the gypsy wolves, you find yourself curling up into a comfortable position near the fire pit and sinking into a deep and dreamless sleep.
Alright, I don't know if there's enough time, but we're going to try to get through the castle.
The bush seems to be just up.
Hi there! Three and three make 9. Who lives among the watery brine? Fishy, squishy riddles make. Tell me now who's in the lake. 1 and 2 and 3 make 6. Who hides her hut behind trick sticks? Magic message. Bushes here. In the rhyme with disappear.
I don't know if there's enough time
Turn the
to.
large skeleton key in the crypt door. With a sound like the groaning of an undead spirit, the massive door yawns wide open. You are in a dark, dank crypt, filled with bas-relief figures of long-departed knights and statues of the Grim Reaper. Stairs lead back up to the entrance. A brightly colored copy of the Borgov crest adorns part of the floor. Spelling out the name Borgov in colors has caused a secret compartment to open in the crest. Inside is a small key which you add to your keyring. The small key from the crest opens a lock in the relief. You open the coffin lid to reveal a dark passageway leading deep into the mountainside.
I don't exactly remember my way through this castle, so it's going to be a little bit of a process.
Oil the door hinges to prevent revealing squeaks. You put your ear up against the door and listen. Peering through the keyhole, you... The door won't bud. You don't see any sign of life or movement beyond the door.
Wasn't expecting that out of me. Ah! Oh, come on. There we go.
Finally, the wraith vanishes under the force of your onslaught. Its ties to this world severed at last. In the chest, you find a small flask labeled Healing and 25 crowns. Pretty nice for a few minutes' work.
Oh, yeah.
Sheet. Perhaps it's the ghost of some poor benighted soul who fell to his death while trying to take in the laundry. You take 15 crowns from a pouch in the safe. The safe also contains several papers and some old clothes, but they have deteriorated with age and are worthless, so you leave them.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough time, unfortunately. So we're going to go ahead and resume this next session in the castle. We'll resolve most of the castle stuff. I don't think we'll be able to beat the game next session, but probably the session after that. So thanks for watching. It's all Sunforge. This is Dungeons and Taverns. If you enjoy my content, don't forget to give me a subscribe. And a like could do a lot for me. And if you wish to, share this with your friends. Thanks and have a great day.